This has been the CPT Middle East. We have more in store as we get closer to that top 18 spot tomorrow on the dot.
Yeah, let's talk about the matchup at hand, right? BeamTheGamer going up against Swansong. Swansong had a pretty explosive Mika, taking it down over a broken wing. BeamTheGamer actually showed a lot of promise with that Ryu against Volcano Rosso in the winner's side, but also fell just a little bit short. Despite it being 2-0, Sankola had mentioned it earlier, the numbers won't necessarily tell the entire tale, right? So BeamTheGamer rocking that Ryu, really excited to see it versus Swansong, Mika. Talking about it on paper, how does this matchup go? I feel like Ryu can control a lot of the wild stuff that Mika can present. One of the biggest things that I've talked about from like previous seasons is that Mika won't necessarily be able to get in for free with like the drop kick because of a couple of things, right? Like you could have a DP as a reaction, you could have V-Skill 1 as a reaction. There's a lot to be said with like incoming also against Mika. The body splash can be null and voided with either uppercut or V-Skill as well. And fireballs have always been a big problem, I feel like, for our Mika.
Yeah, they've been difficult for her to deal with. She could drop kick at some distances, but it's so hard to deliberate where that's going to come because Heavy Punch Fireball is so quick this season. And the other change up, the variance of the fireballs in general for Ryu allows him to make it ambiguous. So let's see what it do. You have to wait for the EX bar, make a bet on EX Peach to get through the zoning. And again, that's a big bet that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You got to be in that right distance, that right space.
Round one.
We'll see how it goes. Here we go. Game number one between these two, Swansong and BeamTheGamer. Uppercut. Yeah, can't get that jump in for free. Applying the media afterwards. And look at that, controlling the space with the mediums and getting a punish against the sweep. Beam off to a fantastic start, as it did in his previous showing on the winner's side. A lot of control from the young man.
Drop kick, lets it roll for free. Command grab. Not too bad, though. Oh, that's bad. Now into the mix. Off the backboard, the Irish whip.
That was mad ambiguous. Push stun, uppercut, crosscut that is. Oh, yo.
Wake up, EX.
What in the world?
Yo, you are different.
Rainbow swing. Wake up, EX rainbow swing. You cannot tell the face I'm making because it's gameplay time, but I will tell you, my God, this guy is a madman, Brimstonian.
He was a demon. Base out the DP. Been doing something different with the jump-in situations. But this is BeamTheGamer getting more of that pressure to get that EX Fireball. Immediate V reversal to take back that turn. Do not have the plus frames to deal with.
That's a lot of damage, especially taking out the Grey Life against BeamTheGamer. Swansong now taking a ton of damage himself. Are you close to dead? Oh, I thought it was going to be stunned.
He hit somebody that did it, though. He hit the bar at the bottom.
He did. He did. He could have done EX because of the fact that he was in trigger. Fist meets chair. I gotta say, in a rock, paper, scissors scenario, I never thought that would happen. BeamTheGamer taking the round off as well. Against Swansong, we do get to see the microphone performance. Null and void by the fireball.
Able to stock up, though. So next grip is going to hurt. Yes, sir. Here comes the EX.
Calling off work. Back is broken. Spinal. Oh, my God.
Sliding on in. But still, here's BeamTheGamer. Staying solid, though. Stuns rising. B shifts away from danger. And again, has to deal with that fireball with a V reversal. Could go for V shift and things like that, but again, harder to deal with than other characters.
I see the attention there from Swansong. Yeah, he does get the throw bait, nice and easy. BeamTheGamer getting the first W. Catching Swansong pressing buttons where he shouldn't have pressed it. I gotta say, man, like I still have myself in this lax position only because it's like, I don't want to get thrown off guard by another command grab on wake up. So I don't want to like fly back from my seat like I did last time.
It's good though that Beam stays solid after that situation. Normally when something wild like that happens, it takes a lot of gamers off their game plan. It's like, bro, you act like this, you live like this. However, Beam staying solid, he's like, that's just content for me. This is a YouTube video, you know?
We get to see himself, or he gets to see himself move on closer and closer to that top 8 spot and playing pretty solid, I will say. Like, there have been very much so instances of his fundamental showing. Like, we see, like, the throw baits coming in. We see the crosscut DPs. We see, like, his decision-making after getting a hit going into V-Trigger to V-Trigger as well. Sorry, V-Trigger 1.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, I want to see what it's going to be like for Swansong once he starts to be a little bit more wild. Like, as much as I like to deter the wild play in this season of the game, I feel like he needs to let it go. He needs to go in. He needs to go in even harder. He needs to make even wilder reads because it works sometimes. I think he needs to like chill on like forcing the play on the ground and wait for his moments like on wake up. I think like forcing Beam to be scared of his wake up is gonna be pretty good. But Ed's gonna be the character as much as the wild stuff that I was looking forward to, as much of the false things I was saying earlier would have been great info, but that's not going to be the case anymore. Ed's going to be the character coming up. V-Skill 2 past the Fireball. I like that from Swansong, knowing full well that Beam was going to try that out in the beginning.
Heavy kick. I like this. Looking for the Fireballs. And gets in with the counter hit, falls. And this is unfortunate. You caught up in the corner. I mean, he can still get wild with it. Not mild. He does the EXTP we've seen from the Ed Boys. The activation up from Beam, the reversal, puts him in the corner, but he is not deterred to get out of this corner. Hold this throw. All the way to EXTP baits it out. Big punish right here as Beam's going to put him in the corner a little bit. Charge up Fireball to catch the V-Ship preemptively, but wakes up with like, you want to be wild? We can get wild.
He whiffed. He whiffed the meaty. Beam actually could have got it. Could have got the stun. Just didn't get it in time. He didn't get the normal in time. What?
Oh. And a crumple was able to take care of it. And Swansong keeps putting himself in the corner.
Oof. Oh, big punch off the roundhouse. Swansong gets all this corner to himself. A ton of chip damage too from the flickers. We see the throw bait. We're starting to see a habit from Swan.
Jab check, call him coming in EX, trying to get that knockdown to get out of this corner. We'd rather not have to spin that V-bar for defense. But here's offense from Swansong. Caught him walking in again, but no big conversions. EXTP lets that sucker rip. Look at the reward. Oh, the wake-up option within the beast combo. Gonna finish the plate.
Tag, trying to dash back in there. EX uppercut. Yo, Swansong just as wild with another character. My man did a flicker and immediately went for an EX uppercut against Beam. He just got caught by it.
Life has many doors, and the door to victory might be the Ed play today. I mean, you can still get wild with this character. We've seen the EXTPs just kind of, even if they don't fly out, you're just worried about them because you know the Ed player is just hunting, hungry for it, hungry to interrupt these things, or just hit you with that, just dash up or whatever. Now we're seeing game to game right here. Not for nothing, though, Beam. Oh, I was going to say that Beam just needs to solidify a few things, but the dash in.
2 times.
Deer headlights.
Dashes. He got high beam. That's what it was. Oh, yeah. Checking the dash this time. Low forward Tatsu with the side switch. The roundhouse version. Solar plexus getting blocked. And now we see the flicker coming in from Swansong, but still a lot of maneuvering from both sides. Yeah, we see that being put to a halt. BeamTheGamer putting crouching medium punch to stop the dash. Oof.
EXTP again. Bad situation. The V-Ship didn't have the ball for the extension, but this is still good. As Swan pushes in the corner with the 1-2-3. DP from Beam has been on point for the anti-airs at least. It baits it out intentionally. See that button come through. Slow reversal. He takes advantage. Dash up, heavy kick. It's gonna be a lot.
Checker fool. Just a throw touch away, and Beam knew it as well. Yo, you're still able to press a button? BTG actually gets beaten down by Swansong with the flicker. Thinking, you know, maybe Swansong won't press a button this time. He did.
He needs to turn up. Like him stay outside the distance for the V skill. So kind of maybe bait something out with the fireball and the crouch union kick, but they just going to get that win. Sweep off the feet for the knockdown. Heavy addition. Hold this throw, bro. Stun is rising.
Oh, that's huge.
It's great because you think that he's going to back off. 4 Fierce comes through. The shoulder flex. Swansong, not done yet.
Look at the amount of carry he gets. Oh, no, it's a fake side switch. I love that. But either way, BeamTheGamer very fortunate enough to get this damage. Tried to finish it with an overhead. Swansong woke up with the button. The trigger is winding down, too.
That's true. One sequence, and after that, in a super for Swansong will let him move on to top 8. Guard break. Counting out the air right there.
Man, the no look. Look, he even tucked his head in like, just in case he's like, I don't mean to do this, and it just hits you with the elbow. Animation-wise, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Ball game final round. EX spins the bar for that ambiguous setup, but just wakes up with violence. Beam knew they get that reversal, but one coming from Swansong with the EXTP.
Let's get the back throw. Beam trying to reset the situation. You see Swansong just charging right in. Back-to-back V-skills anticipating a fireball. You get to charge up for an unblockable. Instead, he goes for it. I like that.
The corpse run. Gets it done. EX fireball. Beam routing it back. says, I want the mild, not wild out here, as he takes down Swansong and stays solid, baiting out the EXDPs, baiting out a lot of these options, and staying fine in the face of the fire of those ridiculous mix-ups that were about to come with the jump-in lights and stuff. Yo, Beam, much more content for you as you go through the top 8 tomorrow.
I do like that. I like that a lot. Again, choosing to be mild, I gotta say, he picked definitely the right character. That is Ryu. That is the embodiment of Ryu, the mild child. But I will say, Beam was sweating a significant amount against. Actually, I wouldn't say significant amount. Right, he took down the Mika. Right, Swansong was the one that was actually sweating, pressing a lot of buttons on Wake Up, not be able to handle the heat. But switching over to the Ed was a lot better of a choice, right? Having that uppercut just in case was a significant factor. We've seen it land a handful of times, but just wasn't enough to stop the Beam coming in.